Hello everyone, welcome to my video about this Outback today. This is Nathan, thanks for looking and joining. We're going to look around this car, we're going to look at the outside and the inside and talk about new parts that it has, show you all the features and functions and buttons and in what nice condition this car is. This is a 2011 Outback Limited. Great car, and I'm gonna say it probably 10 times throughout this video, but this is a lot of car for the money. It is graphite gray metallic on the outside with black leather interior. You can see the sparkling and the paint, the metallic and the paint. It's beautiful. The car is in just as nice a condition as it looks. It is extremely nice and clean, in great shape for its age. Everything works like it should. Every feature and function and button, everything works like it should. It's mechanically sound and it is ready to drive and enjoy. A nice car, excuse me. Over $30,000 new, this car, when it was brand new in 2011, and now it's a fraction of that. So again, that's what makes it such a great value, along with all the other things we're going to talk about here. The Outback is a versatile, comfortable, family-friendly vehicle. It might be a wagon, it might be a SUV, it might be a crossover, it can be whatever you want it to be, but it is praised for its all-wheel drive system. Huge, spacious interior. We're going to look at that here in a little bit. Wonderful. Plenty of room for cargo, for your family and cargo, and a couple of dogs. There's lots of room inside this car. Look at the beautiful Subaru logo on the front. The headlights are nice and clean and clear. They're very nice. Everything works correctly. Fog lights all working like they should. Great shape. Been praised for the all-wheel drive system for a long time. Subaru has perfected the all-wheel drive system long ago, long before many other manufacturers did. Everybody nowadays does all-wheel drive and wants to market their cars as all-wheel drive, and they do it, and some of them do it well, some of them not so well, but Subaru has been doing it for such a long time. Subaru started in 1972 doing all-wheel drive systems. It was one that you had to engage and turn it on and turn it off type of thing. By 1986 was the first symmetrical all-wheel drive, and in 1996 was standard across the entire lineup of the cars, of all the models. Look how clean the sides are. They're just as nice as you see it to be. There are no door dings. There's no major damage of any kind. There's no scratches, any big scratches. It's clean and it's nice. Look at the roof with the roof bars, roof rails. Factory power sunroof. This is a limited, once again. So there's the crossbars. There's the antenna on the back for the XM. This has a lot of nice stuff because of being a limited. A lot of nice features, particularly on the inside. We're gonna see here, tailgate is really nice and clean. There is the symmetrical all-wheel drive. The bumper is very nice. There's a couple little scratches that have been touched up, but nothing major of any kind. It's clean, it's nice. All the lights are good and clean. Look how straight and clean this side is. It's a nice car. The wheels are really nice. Great gas mileage, 22 miles to the gallon in the city, 29 miles to the gallon on the highway. This is a reproduction window sticker. You can see it right there, and the total price. I'm going to show you that in more detail when we go inside, but great gas mileage. I mean, especially for an all-wheel drive car, that's really good on the freeway, particularly at almost 30 miles to the gallon. Extremely reliable, low cost of ownership. You know, great cars. Great car for a first-time driver. It drives great. It's easy to see out of. It's easy to park. There's great visibility. I'm going to make an entirely separate video of me driving the car both on city streets and freeway streets, so you can check that out. But I think this would be a great car for a first-time driver. Other than it's a little bit longer than a compact car, but it sits up at the right height that they can see out. It's got great visibility inside. Great fuel mileage, lots of room for stuff and going to school or going to college, and it's safe. These cars between the all-wheel drive, anti-lock brakes, traction control. It has side airbags front to rear and a backup camera, because this is a limited and it has the nicer mirror. This has a backup camera, so it has a lot of stuff you know, that a young driver would want to have and a parent would want their kid to be in to be safe. This car also in 2011 received top scores from the IIHS, which is the Institute, whatever it is, the institution for, I forget what it stands for, but for highway safety. They do the crash test ratings, and this car, this model, received top scores for that as well. So going back to my notes here to see what I want to talk about next. Insurance Institute, that's what it is. Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, IIHS. They do the crash test ratings, and these received top scores. So before I tell you about a lot of the other features, tires are in very nice shape. They're all even. They have about 70% tread life remaining. The brakes are brand new. The brake pads and the rotors, you can see how shiny that is in there. Brakes and rotors, front and rear, are brand new. Look how nice this wheel is, and the center cap and the lug nuts, very nice and clean. So it has brand new brakes and rotors, front and rear, as I just mentioned. Also has, let me show you this, see how shiny there. Also has a brand new battery, a brand new starter. So new battery, new starter, new wiper blades in the front and the rear, 2 new wheel bearings. Wheel bearings are kind of a common weakness on Subarus, but they're not very expensive to replace when they go bad. It's not the worst of things to have to replace, but it has 2 new ones that needed replaced because they had a little bit of noise. New PCV and attached hoses. That's something for the engine that helps it to breathe. If you don't know what it is, it stands for positive crankcase ventilation, PCV. It's a minor part, but needed replaced. Replace that. New wiper blades front and rear, a 4-wheel alignment, and a fresh oil change. So to recap again, a new battery, a new starter, new front brakes and rotors, new rear brakes and rotors, 2 new wheel bearings, new PCV and attached hoses, new wiper blades front and rear, a 4-wheel alignment, a fresh oil change. Tires have about 70% tread life, and they're all even. Also, in the recent past, the front control arms were replaced, so they are newer. They are pretty new. So that is everything mechanically. It has a clean Carfax. It has both original keys. It has all of the original owner's manuals. It has a real nice set of Husky liner plastic floor mats we're going to see here on the inside throughout the entire car, plus the Subaru cargo mat in the back. And it has not been smoked in or anything like that, so it's nice and clean and smells good inside. So yeah, so that's a lot of that. I mean, feature wise, it has so much stuff. I'm going to show you on the inside, but I had kind of put some things here in my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. The front bumper is a little bug gut splattered, and you know, a few places that have been touched up. I mean, there is a little bit of wear on this bumper from taking some abuse from the road from the years, but it's nothing terrible. There's no damage, there's no cracks, there's no breaks. It's just marks on it that are never going to come off without effectively repainting the bumper. So I want to be clear and point that out, but it's nothing. You can see the marks there. They kind of look like stone chips, but they're actually just kind of bug damage that's etched itself into the finish of the bumper. You know, there are some chips that were touched up, but it's not the worst thing ever. It's all there, it's all good, everything works. The hood is extremely nice. A handful of chips that were towards the edge here that have been touched up, but it's extremely nice overall. The bumper actually took the brunt of most of the damage from bugs and rocks and things like that. The finish on the hood is very nice, as is the rest of the car. We can go inside now, and then we'll look at the engine as well. But inside we're going to find heated leather seats, a backup camera as I mentioned, the power sunroof that I mentioned up top, Harmon Kardon sound system with aux input and XM radio. Also has Bluetooth phone, steering wheel controls. Again, a good thing for a young driver. Automatic headlights, dual zone automatic climate control, fog lights we just saw in the front, power seats on both sides, reclining and fold flat rear seat. I'm going to show you this, but the rear seats actually recline, which what better for a long road trip, right? Roof rails with crossbars we saw, side airbags front and rear, anti-lock brakes, retractable cargo shade cover. Yep, that's right. This nice car still has its cargo shade. You're going to see that. A full set of Husky liner floor mats that I mentioned, the Subaru cargo mat I mentioned, and then the auto dimming rearview mirror with compass and home link and garage door opener and a backup camera. So let's go inside and look at all that stuff. But again, nice because it's a limited. So don't expect to find all of the stuff I just kind of mentioned and we're going to see here on a lower trim level. Beautiful interior. The interior of this car is absolutely perfect, with the exception of one item I'm going to show you here in a second. Driver's side door panel, extremely nice. There's no wear. Power windows and locks and cruise, of course. Harmon Kardon sound system right there. Very nice. Even the wood grain, just a nice touch. Here's the one flaw on the inside, on the interior. There's some cracking or splitting or whatever you want to call it on this material, which this is vinyl or like a bonded fake leather. This isn't even really leather, but it's only here on this piece. It's not real bad. It just looks a little whatever. The perforated sections here are real nice and smooth and in great shape. These are nice. I believe this is leather, and this is vinyl on the outsides of the seats. So one flaw there, not a big deal. The bolster is very nice on the back side. Again, side airbags in the seats and in the pillars, front and back. So that's the one flaw, really. Here's the first of the set of Husky liners. These are really nice. I think the back one has the tag on it. I think it says on there that the model of these is called the Weather Beater. It's kind of funny. I love rubber, plastic floor mats. I think every car should have these. They're just easier to just pull out and shake it off or spray it off with a hose and dry it off with a towel, and you can put it right back in. You know, regular carpet floor mats are nice, but these are just the right thing for a multi-purpose vehicle or something you're going to get dirty or mud on it particularly. So let's hop in here and continue on the interior. Real nice padded thick armrest here. It has an upper tray and a lower area. There's a power outlet in there and then the aux input. Nice size storage box. A couple of cup holders here with the little holder thingies. Heated seats, very nice to have. These both work like they should. Simple shifter, straight down and easy to use. Automatic dual zone climate control, very nice. Digital, easy to turn it up and down. Very easy controls. I like it a lot. This is a little storage compartment here. Just small little shallow compartment. Original radio, AM, FM. It has XM, as I mentioned. It has the aux input that's in here, and it has Bluetooth phone, and it has a CD changer. Sounds good. It's nice. From my reading about other people's feedback about these cars, a lot of people said that the factory low-level stereo system was kind of terrible, and they said if you can get the Harmon Kardon system, get it, because it's way better. So for what that's worth, people report that this is substantially better. It's awfully bright from the sun, but if you can see up here, it shows us the outside temperature, the distance to empty, and the current time. You can change the middle thing by pushing this here, and then it will change, if you can see that, to the instant miles per gallon, or the average, and then the instant, which obviously there's nothing there because we're not driving, and then back to the distance to empty. So a few different things to see there. The dashboard is very nice and clean and in great shape. No issues up here. Again, I mentioned the owner's manuals are all here in the glove box in the case, and it has 2 keys So another key just like this with the keyless entry on the key. So 2 keys for the car, 2 master keys. Here is the original window sticker. A little more up close detail on that. 2011 Outback Graphite Gray. There's the fuel mileage. Here's the added options, the auto dimming mirror with compass. I'm going to show you here in a second with the camera. It had original mats that aren't here anymore for the all-weather, but these Husky ones are probably better. Power moonroof, rear bumper cover, splash guards, 31002 new. There's the standard equipment if you want to look at that. So yeah. So here's the mirror, which is very nice, very clean, has this real nice digital compass, just real simple. Kind of looks like it's blinking on this video right now, but it doesn't. It's just how the camera interprets that image. But it shows you the compass there. You've got the home link here, and then I just put it in reverse, and then there's our backup camera. So very nice. Just a nice camera. I mean, it's not a huge screen in here, but it's nice and it does the job. It has the lines, the colored lines, red, yellow, green. Very nice for a 2011 and very nice for a first-time driver for sure. Steering wheel and associated areas in great shape. All the leather on the steering wheel is nice and clean. All the stitching is good. There's no issues, no wear here. I mean, just a little bit of color wear on that silver painted surface right there from touching it. But other than that, the actual leather on the steering wheel is great. There's the steering wheel audio controls, phone controls. Once you pair your phone, it's actually really easy to pair your phone. I did it. Cruise control here. Automatic headlights, as mentioned, fog lights. Again, great for a first-time driver. There is our exact mileage, 177,272. You may notice here, it does have a full tank of gas and the door is open and I'm not wearing the seatbelt. There is this miles per gallon meter. There is no temperature display on the car. However, in this corner right here, if you watch when I turn it off, there's see the temperature picture that was red? When the car is cold, it will be blue, and then if it ever would get warm, it will turn red. So there's an indicator rather than a gauge. So just something kind of quirky to point out. Power mirrors that are also heated, electric emergency brake, hill assist control. This is to turn off the traction control. So yeah, let's continue on here. The headliner, there's the factory power sunroof. The visors are in great shape, nice and tight to the ceiling. The headliner is extremely nice and clean. You can see here, it's in great shape. It is clean, it is nice. This sunroof shade is also in great shape here. Very clean, easy to operate. The sunroof is one touch, so one touch open and one touch close. Or you can stop it in between. You can push up to vent and push down to close. There's a sunglass holder up here as well. So very nice. Again, these visors are in great shape. Nice vanity lights, real nice padded visors. So, all right, let's continue on. We saw the door there, door jambs, very clean. Bottoms of the doors, very nice. Back seat, here we are. This folds down, couple of cup holders there. Here's the Husky liner weather beater floor mat here. These things have some serious spikes on the back of them. They really hold in place. They do not move. With those spikes will almost prick you. You gotta be careful. But this one goes all the way across the hump there, covers the whole back floor, very nice. The backs of the seats here are very nice as well. The back seat is perfect. There's no wear, there's nothing bad. It's all really nice and clean and smooth. The ISOFIX child seat anchors are here on both Outboard seats if you have kids in car seats. Again, there's that. I mentioned there's side airbag in the pillar, side airbag here in the pillar. And let's see. So these seats, as mentioned, you lift the lever and they can recline like so. So they do drop back a good bit to make it more comfortable for a longer trip. And then I'm going to lift this back up. And then I wanted to show you the cargo shade before I drop the seats. So here's that. Now that I've moved the seat, it kind of disconnected. Well, maybe not. But anyway, here's the factory cargo cover. So this goes like this, and you can cover what's back here in the trunk. So there's that. And then there's this extra piece that attaches to the back of the headrest there. So once I fold those seats down, that's going to disconnect, and then there's just this extra piece of material, but it kind of bridges that gap to cover the whole area. Here's the Subaru mat back here, which is super nice, covers the whole floor. This is an original accessory piece. Very, very nice. Let's see. So I'm going to disconnect these from here. So see how they clip on, and then there's just this extra piece of material just basically to cover this area right here. So I want to fold the seats down so that you can see the amount of space with the seats folded down. And to fold that seat, I mean, literally I'm doing this one-handed flip, and it flips down and push it back up. I mean, it's super easy, not heavy at all, very, very easy to do. I think grandma could do it. So I gotta make myself laugh a little bit, you know, since I'm talking to nobody while I'm talking to you on this video, talking to whoever wants to watch. So this obviously can come out, as with most Subaru things, very easy. Push the button here and lift, and maybe if I was using both hands it'd be easier. Super lightweight, this piece, so that comes out, and now you can see that there's a lot of space. I mean, there's a lot of room in this car, and the back seat is extremely roomy. I was gonna hop in there, I forgot to do that and show you how roomy, but it is. This car is praised over and over for the amount of space in the rear and in the cargo and in the rear seat. I mean, just look at that. You could definitely fit maybe an appliance in there, but you could definitely fit a big screen TV box. You could fit, you know, whatever you need to haul. A whole bunch of bags of mulch, trip to the garden center, a bunch of plants, a couple of dogs back here, no problem. So while we're here underneath the rubber mat, lift this up. There's a handle here. Lift this up. We've got storage down here, excuse me, which is really nice, just to have some place to keep some stuff. And then this comes out super easy. It's styrofoam. And then there's the spare tire and tools and jack. It's all nice and clean and doesn't look like it's ever been used. Very nice down in here. That goopy stuff that you see right there, if you don't know, now you'll know. That is called factory seam sealer. That is put on from the factory. It looks like toothpaste. That is how it's supposed to be. Also back here, exactly like it should be. So very, very nice right there. So all good, all here, all clean. There's the Harmon Kardon subwoofer back here in the back. Again, giving better sound than that not so good factory system. All right, so that just goes back in right there. Again, awesome for extra space. Hard piece goes down. This is there. So very nice. I'm gonna put it back together with one hand. Watch this. And then I'm gonna get in that back seat so I can show you how much room. So put that there, there, and see, it's locked in. I'd have to push the button to release it again. So there it is. Very, very nice. Here's the jam back here, nice and clean. See again how nice the top of the bumper is. I mean, it has a few marks, but it's not all not all scratched up. Here's the tailgate. On the jam inside here. It's a manual tailgate, but I'm going to show you, grab this handle and give it a good pull, and it's pretty easy to close. All right. Boom, just like that. There's an electronic popper button right here above the license plate, right there. And then just a quick, and there it is. There's the camera right there. Again, seats back up, super easy, almost too easy. Here's the door jamb here, very nice, clean. Door panel. I love the cup holders in the door panel. Every car that has these, I love it. I always comment about it. This is nice and clean down here. It's just nice to be able to put something in the door, especially like a bottle there. Nice, nice, nice. Actually, I'm gonna check. I don't remember. I think it, oh yeah. Even the driver gets the same treatment. Boom. So 1 per door, plus the 2 in the front, plus the 2 in the center. I guess that makes for the 8 that the window sticker claims that there was. I was actually kind of starting to wonder, like, is that correct? 8 cup holders? That seems extreme. This side of the seat has obviously the more portion to it. So this is a little heavier to lift because there's more, but it's still not difficult at all. But yeah, so 1 per door. 2 in the middle thing here and 2 in the front. I guess that makes 8. Simple. Again, this back seat is just extremely nice. This material is wrinkled just a little bit right there. I don't really know why, but it's very nice and clean and smooth. Very, very nice. Center seat gets a 3-point seat belt. You see the receptacle here and the center receptacle there. The belt comes out of the roof right here, and then it snaps into there, and this person can have a 3-point seat belt while they're sitting there, which is really cool, really safe. There's the backs of the seats. This door panel, door jamb. It's a nice, nice car. It's a nice, nice car. It's a lot of car for the money. I told you I was going to say that 10 times. I guess I haven't quite said it 10 times. But this is a lot of car for the money. It's a great car. Check out my other driving video. I'll do a separate driving video. And if you like this video so far, give a thumbs up. Leave a comment. I like when people that own the car like the one I'm presenting leave comments about their experience. If you have something constructive and nice to say, please go ahead and leave it for other people to read. If you have one that has 350,000 miles, then, you know, tell everybody about that as well. I mean, say whatever you want to say, but keep it relative and constructive. But I like when people comment about their own experience, or that my video has helped them in a good way to understand the car more, or maybe buy one in their town or their country or their city. You know, so feel free. Very, very nice here. Passenger seat is extremely nice. Does not have any of the cracking here like the driver's side did a little bit, but it's very, very nice. Power seat here again on this side. Again, side airbags front and rear on the seats and in the pillars. There's the final Husky liner, guaranteed for life. Super nice mats here. Books, as I mentioned there. Door panel here. All right. Boom. Folding mirrors on the outside. If your young driver does, you know, hit your garage door or something coming in, then it'll fold like so. So that's nice. Let's take a look under the hood. Thanks for viewing and watching, everybody. Give a thumbs up or ring the bell and subscribe to my channel if you like. Lift supports on the hood make it easy to pop up there. There we are. Here's the new battery. Can't really see the starter from up here because it's down low, but very nice and clean. Again, runs and drives fantastic. Everything works like it should. I'm going to make the separate video of me driving the car, so check that out. You can see the insulation padding here against the firewall is all in really nice shape. Same on the bottom side of the hood. If you look here on the bottom of the hood, how nice this is. And the jam here, real nice and clean all the way. Even the latch is really nice. All the plastic up here on the cowl, very nice. I'm going to stand right here for 15-20 seconds so you can just hear it at idle. All right. Rev it up a little bit here. There it is. Easy to close hood with the lift struts there. Very easy. That is the entire car. I hope I covered it all like you'd like to see. Thank you for looking and watching. Again, just a great car for the money. A great car, in my opinion, for a first-time driver. An extremely safe car with all of the safety features that it has. The airbags and the anti-lock brakes and the traction control and the backup camera and the excellent crash test ratings from the IIHS, Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Now I'll get it right here at the end. I couldn't remember what the other first I was there in the beginning when I was talking about it. Extremely nice paint and body. No door dings, no damage of any kind, no rust. Very nice shiny finish. Great color combination. Awesome equipment because it's a limited. Everything works like it should, and it's just a great car. Roof racks up top, factory sunroof, Harmon Kardon stereo. What more could you want? What more? I mean, besides a brand new car that has more advanced safety systems, this is fantastic. So I thank you everybody for watching. Symmetrical all-wheel drive Subaru Outback. What a great car, and a great car for the money. Check out my driving video as well, and we'll drive it on some city streets and freeway streets, and it's nothing less than perfect, but we'll do it anyway to demonstrate it. And thanks for looking and watching, and leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want. Say something in the comments, and peace. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.